Thank you.
All right. So, good evening, everyone. Again, welcome to tonight's training session. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Norcalis Muñiz. I am a senior financial associate in this platform. I'm from Clayton, North Carolina, and tonight I will be your moderator for this session. I'm so excited to guide you through tonight discussions and to ensure everything runs smoothly. And before we start, I would like to introduce our host and our main speaker, our executive director, Gigi. And tonight, Gigi will discuss important insights she gained in the recent boot camp she attended. So, in place from the originally planned discussion on closing and overcoming objection, she will cover some topics such as compliance, quality, fraud and abuse, audit, and much more. So we are privileged to have her here tonight to share her knowledge and the insight with all of us. So with that being said, over to you, Gigi.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Nauka.
All right.
And welcome everyone to tonight's get together and just us connecting with one another and continuing training in so many things. And this past I want to say the past 2 days, maybe it was Tuesday and Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, we attended a ED boot camp and we learned a lot of things. There is a lot of updates. And tonight, I'm just going to share one of the compliance aspect of it. So let me begin by sharing my screen. All right. Okay. So this is this lady, Miss Heather. She is the director of compliance in Xperia. It was so wonderful to hear from her and for her to just be explaining to us what compliance, what issues she'll be looking into in the compliance department. And of course, like you all know, Xperia now is in America. And each and every time it's like we're growing. So this right here, I don't know if this was the latest licensed agents, both Canada and America. And because of that, it means they really, really have to make sure that because it's the financial industry, and if there's a lot of people flocking into uh, Xperia, so it means a lot of eyes are going to be making sure that there isn't any fraudulent activities happening. So just like it's saying here, but with growth comes an increased responsibility, and we must stay vigilant, protecting our reputation and integrity. And Xperia is very big on integrity. And that is one of the reasons why when we're here, I feel like it's just a blessing because they have a lot of transparency. Nothing is done behind the scenes. Everything you have access to all the information because integrity is their number one thing. So there is a lot of insurance fraud. And sometimes it's those small little things that we don't realize that it could be interpreted as fraud. And what they are saying is that the insurance fraud drains trust. It costs the companies, and this is why they have that compliance department to make sure that whatever that we're doing, whatever business that we're doing, it has to be clean because it can affect the financial stability, reputation, operational, and the operational integrity of Xperia. And they are doing all their best to make sure that that does not happen. So, what is it that they look at? They are looking at the patterns, how people are submitting uh, applications, the data recognition. They do the audits and random spot checks, and also just relying on other agents to inform them about what could be happening. And they encouraged each and every one of us that when you are recruiting people, make sure that the people that you are recruiting, you know them. You know that it's people with integrity. If you know that somebody is used to having um, shortcuts, taking shortcuts in this industry, they are saying if they have to come to Xperia, there are some people that they have turned away and did not uh, let them be part of Xperia because of their integrity. So, based on their research in Canada, it's like the average person insurance broker makes about 50 to 65K. And here in America, it's about 55 to 75K. I mean, for me, when I saw this, I was just thinking, well, maybe it's because Xperia is new to America. So, because coming from a previous IMO, I'll say if we're going to be saying income is about 55 to 75K for insurance agents, it's like on the lower side. So, what have they discovered? They are realizing that they've done investigations and they are realizing that some people put in applications from the same IP address, and some agents are residing in different states, but the way they are putting in the application, it looks like they're on the same state. So they are looking into those activities. They kind of pick and choose. I don't know how they're able to do that, but one of the things is that whenever we're doing applications, as long as what we're doing is clean, as long as what we're doing, we're not trying to cut corners, then any of these things that they'll be looking at will not affect us. And they've seen that some agents are making sales from an IP address outside the country. I'm hoping this one does not apply to us. And sometimes new and similar email addresses for several insurers. And one of the examples they gave is that, like, an agent will be pretending like they're writing a policy for somebody else different, whereas it's the same person, and they will create a new address to make it seem like it's a different client. And so they are able to pick on some of activities like that. And they are saying if that happens to them, they interpret it as fraud. Or there are some sales that are made after midnight, And then sometimes it's like the client and the agent both sign at like minutes or within seconds. And one of the examples that they gave on this is when you are saying that the client, you are not with the client. And so you have to send an email so that the client can start signing. But then you find that the client just you sign within seconds of the agent signing and the client signing. With that, it kind of brings a red flag. And some people, some agents, when they get a chargeback, instead of treating that chargeback, because when there's a chargeback, instead of it's like, okay, if a client has canceled the policy, then they will reapply for the client as if it's a new application, whereas it was because of the chargeback that they're going ahead to make that policy as if it's a new policy altogether. And some same bank account used for multiple applications, then agents borrowing money from clients, and some doctored AML agreements, and some agents are being investigated for high-level fraud and scams. So let me pause right here and let's talk about this because it's very broad. And I just want to hear some input, like to see how much we understand, especially on this issue. Anyone who can comment, and Dios, if you are able to give more examples, because this really caught my attention. Or Edie, Patricia, or anyone who has knowledge in regards to this.
Uh, Thank you so much, Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that there are some things we may be doing without even knowing, right? So, and then we don't want to be caught up into these activities, and then someone contract gets terminated because they
Well,
did it involuntary, like they didn't know it, right? So it's very important that we know these things, like you were saying. For example, signing in a client's application, right? It's something most of the time the clients give you a consent and you sign, especially with the FNG. So just be mindful, especially if the client is not even the same state, you know, and all agents, like you were saying, maybe the way you were saying, but sometimes someone may doing it without even knowing that what they are doing is wrong. Like you don't want to get a non-resident license of where the client is, and now you're going to sign like you are in that state,
mm,
right? Like,
mhm.
so you are in Texas and the client is in New Mexico. Not many, who has the New Mexico license right here? Not many people has New Mexico license. Now, New Mexico State, the client is there, then you don't want to pay. Oh, Illinois, like so a client is in Chicago, the license is $300 non-resident license. Or the client is in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico license is 1,700 to get non-resident license, right? So someone don't want to do that and then pretend like they are there. Guess what? Now internet is gonna just flag where the IP address is. So you cannot say like as an agent, this is a virtual meeting we are doing, but I'm in Chicago while you are in Texas. And then you go ahead and sign it. No. That's why Instead of doing that, we tell you go ahead and apply non-resident license before you put in a policy. So that is an example, a simple example that I can say. And also where you're going to sign in on behalf of the client. If the client is on Zoom with you, they can share the screen or you can guide them on the computer. If there is option where to send email, let's use that. Let's send the email. Maybe the client is on different location. It's going to show that the client, even if they sign in a minute, but it was signed somewhere else because the internet, the Wi-Fi is IP address. So they will know that it was signed on the other house. Matter of fact, if they trace that, it will be the same address where the client is, or maybe the same city at least, because it doesn't have to be an exactly same address. But if you say the address of the client is in Texas, see if you can send an email and then tell the client to go ahead and authorize, go ahead and click on, we'll start doing those maybe in the upcoming training. But yeah, some of these things you are saying here are straightforward. I hope nobody's doing it here in our platform. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for such contribution.
Yes.
Okay.
I need to ask question.
Yes.
Peradventure, the person you are putting the policy is in-house, and then you are all on the round table, putting in the policy. Is it not possible for him or her to sign in the same computer with you?
Yeah, that's in person.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In person is allowed. Even same city. Either you choose a virtual or you choose in person. What they're looking those who are really look fishy. Like
Yes.
different state, and then pretend like you are in the same state or even the same house, and you sign. So that's what they're trying. But other than that, the rest is normal. Is normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They are saying the common sign is often significant production in a short period of time, often with agents relatively new to the business.
So I have a quick question. It's just a follow-up, question. And so if you, let's say, I'm here in Northern Virginia, and then I have a client who is in Puerto Rico, right? I want to sell a policy. So if I fly to Puerto Rico, does it mean I can sell a policy in Puerto Rico without applying, for non-resident, license?
No, you still have to apply.
Okay.
Yeah, you still
Thank
have to apply
Yeah.
because the resident state is Virginia.
Right.
If you fly over there, you are not authorized to do business there unless you are licensed. Either it's virtually or in person, you gotta be licensed to do business in Puerto Rico.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay. So one of the these are stuff that they'll be doing, the actions that they'll be taking, identifying agents with high production levels. I mean, if you have a high production level, as long as it's clean business, you have nothing to worry about. And then they'll be sending emails, and they will include the structure diagram. And let me just show you an example, because I received one today or yesterday. And it said, hope this email finds you well. If you attended our ED bootcamp, you know that our compliance team is implementing monthly production checks on agents who have submitted premiums exceeding 20,000 in the past 60 days and over 30 applications. If you did not, I've attached the presentation you missed. Our goal is to ensure that the production is being appropriately monitored. And when they do that, they will be sending out, they will write the agent's name, and then they will trace it all the way up to the top person. So it means if I'm suspicious, or if they're looking into me, So it means each and every EDs above, they're gonna know.
Mhm.
So you don't want to be in the radar of people looking at your
Production.
production. But if it's clean,
No need to worry.
no need to worry at all.
Mhm.
So this is one of the emails that I received, and that's how it looks like.
Yeah. And then everybody, just to add on that, we all got that
Mhm,
email. Everybody on the hierarchy get that email. So
mhm.
if you go back just a little bit,
Oh,
Gigi,
just a little bit.
on that,
Uh,
you can go back. It says at the
this one here.
It says at the bottom in bold, if you are comfortable with the production, please congratulate the agent on their success. So they have no
Mhm,
problem of someone producing. What they are trying to avoid is this new agent who come into Xperia and then they find, oh wow, it has a high commission. And then they go ahead and put every child, put 5 policies for that child, another child, 5 policies, another a mother, 5 policies, and then grab the commissions, and then all of a sudden the next 2 months they cancel all the other policies. So what I'm saying,
mhm,
they grab the money, they cancel those policies, and boom, resign. So they're trying to flag those before it happens. And I hope nobody ever be caught up into that scheme. So
mhm. Yeah. So the other thing that we learned, that was it about the compliance. The other thing that they raised is concerning, because we've had concerns of trying to call Xperia to get help, and you can't get anybody over the phone. So they are emphasizing that we should create a ticket all the time. If you have any issue, create a ticket. If you have a question about your commission, create a ticket. If you have a question about anything, create a ticket. Because when you've created a ticket, then it will be easier for them to follow up. And the turnaround time, I forgot. Just I forgot. Did they say after 3 days if there isn't any response?
up to
That's
7 hours. Yeah.
it's what 72
Yeah.
hours.
That's
It's
3 days.
72, which is 3 days. If not, it's
Mhm.
gonna be escalated.
It'll be yes.
Gigi,
And
can you
go
show
ahead.
them,
Mhm.
can you show them since you are still in the ticket, how to create a ticket?
Okay.
Can you show them? I can
Let
share,
me
so
s-
I have it here if you don't mind.
No, go ahead and share the screen. Let me stop here.
So,
I'll stop.
so we want to make sure maybe that answers that question before it comes. Okay.
Mhm.
So everybody, when you are on the Xperia platform, there is this question mark at the bottom right. Have you seen this question mark? I can't zoom it. Oh, I can zoom it right
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
This
Okay.
question mark right here, that's your go-to with any question. Of course, there are some questions that we can answer, but if you feel like your commissions is not properly calculated, you can also ask your ED first, and then if no answer or anything, then you can submit a ticket. So when you click on it, they will just bring this thing right here. The first at the top in yellow is a request support. Do you see that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Request support. When you click on it, it's going to open this form. This is how you create a ticket. If you have a suggestion that you want to give Xperia, you choose a suggestion and you choose which department you want to give a suggestion to. If it's an issue, you choose also a department. Is it contracting? Is it compliance? Is it new policy, new business? Is it broker support, like your um, or if you or you don't know where the department you should send its broker support, they will route it to the right. If it's a commission or marketing and development or CRM. So when you click, you choose whatever it is. If it's you, if you are on behalf of other agent, you choose other agent and put their name. If it's you, you put your name, It's a policy number, company, and then you fill up this and show the description, and then you submit. Easy as that. So once it's submitted, how do you track your thing? Over here on the top, you see where these notifications are. Beside your profile, you can click here, and then it will open here tickets. If you don't have any tickets, nothing is here. If you have open tickets, they will all be here. Okay, that's it. Continue, Gigi.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. And I believe that took care of effective tickets, providing full details, clear description, client info, exactly what Dios was talking about. Okay. And another thing, can you talk about this one, Dios?
Sure.
That they'll be introducing a two-step verification.
Mhm. So moving forward, you know how when you are submitting, when you are logging to your Xperia platform, you just put your email, the password, boom, you are in. So they're going to be introducing two factor method, what would they call MFA, multi-factor authentication, where you have to verify with your phone. So as you put in your credentials, it's going to also pop up another window to insert your phone number and then send a code to your phone. And then you can put those codes and then so they let you in because they're trying to make it secure. So that is something they're going to be introducing. As soon as it's out, we'll show everybody how to enable that feature. It's going to be on the profile side, you know, where you change your name, where your preferred name and legal name is in the profile. Above that, that's where they to enable to MFA or to verification. This one, that's what it's going to be. And we'll train you how to enable that so everybody has a secure portal. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming out.
So with that being said, that's the end of the presentation with compliance. Any questions, any suggestions, any questions from anything? So I can give back the time to address any issue that we might have, any question, any assistance with anything, or word of encouragement, or just sharing some nuggets. Anybody?
Gigi,
Yes, ma'am.
would that interfere with us writing policies for our family members at home or ourselves?
I don't believe it'll be a problem because you can still write a policy for your family members. It's not against compliance and it's not fraud. I believe it's more of what they're talking about. It's more of where people are just trying to just be dirty and do stuff. Not when it's just clear and straightforward, because I'll say I've put my daughter's policy, I've submitted. And when I was putting it in, I did clarify I'm the mother and I'm also the writing agent and I'm the beneficiary.
You're the payer.
And I'm the payer, yes.
Not paid.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right.
In addition
Apostle.
to
Oh,
that,
okay, go ahead.
in addition to that, also the clients can also come to your house. You can go to their house. So this is not a problem at all. When it's wrong, it's wrong. You know it. Even when someone is committing a fraud, they know it. And what we're trying to see is like, if you are in Texas, the client is in North Carolina. Don't put that. You know, when you're choosing where you are or where you are signing on,
And
you know, where you signs. Don't try to be like you are in that state, what you are not there. Just be where you are. Be where you are and then submit that policy. So because the IP address, or you travel to Africa. Some people try to use the VPN and stuff like that. If you go to Africa, yes, this is a remote job, but it's a state regulated job, right? So if you are in Africa or in Europe, let's say you are in Sweden, which state is that? Do you have a state of Sweden to do business in Sweden? No. So, but some people go and plug in a VPN and try to pretend like they are in the USA. So that is not right. Instead, you can have your federal agent who is in that state write the policy and maybe put a code or your code, right? Like a split agent. But as a writing agent, has to be in the state. State. Does it make
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Apostle,
Yeah, thanks,
go
Gigi.
ahead.
Thanks for the
Yes.
presentation. I think these are very serious issues. It's just a matter of time unless we put a right framework in place. The likelihood of all of us, being smeared is always high. This is the .com, age. The internet is a powerful platform for good, but also very vulnerable to manipulation and other things. So I would just like to suggest that we begun to do this the way we're not so many as yet. We want to make sure, just talk about culture, which is very powerful in organizational setting. Maybe in a way, as we do our weekly trainings, we want to make sure that we are creating. I don't know how exactly that can be, but probably through consistent emphasis of the fact that we want to make sure that we're protecting our integrity, because it's better to do that than trying to do damage control. You have no idea what the action of one person can do for the rest of the entire body of staff here. So it's good that it's coming up so early. I would just suggest that in a way, maybe the leadership here can always think about how we can develop some creative way of always emphasizing this. And I like the fact that if you are recruiting agents, you want to make sure you know the person you are recruiting. This is business, right? Everybody's trying to make profit, but you want to make sure that you guardrails around your business so that even if someone is a potential agent, you can see that person has the potential of, increasing your bottom line, but there are issues you're not very clear of. Matter of fact, would just be let her go, because you have no idea of the negative implication it can have on an entire system. So, that's just what I'm just thinking. We want to make sure that on individual level, you just commit to making sure that the people you are bringing within your orbit, to an appreciable extent, you have some level of credibility, at least, at an appreciable level. But then doing our trainings, in a way, we want to make sure that we are assimilating that as part of the culture here to emphasize, credibility, to emphasize, the integrity. It's not always easy to do, but, the difficult thing and the right thing many times are the same thing. That's just my 2 cents.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that contribution. Yes. We should make it our culture, integrity. Yes. Go ahead, Lois.
Good evening, Gigi. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. It's good reminder. Once you do anti-money laundering, you tend to forget what it is that you learned in there. So this is a really good refresher and reminder to all of us. But I wanted to ask a question, not directly related to what we just talked about today, compliance, but it's something to do with when we get paid our commission. Sometimes we get paid and it's not the amount that you expected to get paid. And I know that I think initially we had talked about there's a limit that we get paid based on your level, and then the rest is paid, I think, in installments. I'm getting a lot of agents asking that, and I wanted to see if Dios can talk about it today, kind of expound on it and explain so that they can understand how these payments, because most of us are expecting the full amount, especially coming from the platform we came from. You expect the full amount. They weren't doing it in installments. So can somebody break it down so that we can understand, and maybe even include this in some of our training so that people can come in
Mhm.
and understand, so that when you get paid less than what you expected, you're not freaking out, or you're not going like, what happened, and things like that.
Okay, over to you, Edie Dios.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
So
Mm.
I know, thank you. Great question and great thing to bring it up here. And I hope nobody drop off when I'm talking about this, because this is a crucial topic, because
Mhm.
we have some people outside of Xperia say, that we have a cap in commission. What does it mean? When we're going to show you, I don't know if I have it's right there in the Xperia back office, but I don't know which one. I will find it and then I will share in the next training. I don't know if you have it, Gigi, with our sorry, the slides the CEO was using. I don't know if it's in there, but I'm going to show you the way I know it and the way it is, and I make sure I'm simplifying this. When they are what we call advanced commissions, okay? Advanced commissions are the way we get paid net income, okay? So to make it easy, advancement, commission advance, okay? I'm gonna call it commission. Do you see my screen here?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Commission advancement. I don't know, advance, how do you? I'm just gonna abbreviate like this, okay? So this commission advancement is how, when you put in a policy, how you get paid as an agent. So FA, oh, sorry, we have how many levels we have, at least starting out. There's FA, there's SFA, right? There is SM, senior managers. There's ED, SED, NED, SN, SNED, and EP. Did you know that? Okay. I'm asking. So these are levels here in Xperia. Financial associate, senior financial associate, senior manager, executive director, senior executive director, uh, national executive director, senior national executive director, then executive partner. Right there, you kind of, we all gonna get there, right? So now, when you put in a policy, we're going to take a policy where the client's paying 1,000 per month. Okay, I'm going to say 1,000 per month. So 1,000 per month. So you understand, you can do your own math. Okay, it will be 12,000 per year, correct? Okay, 12,000 per year. So this policy, everybody here can submit a policy like this. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
missing a zero.
12,000, right? 12,000. So let's say a financial associate put this policy. We have two ways of getting paid. Remember that. But we have a default payment. A default payment is limit advancement. What does it mean? If this policy and a financial associate putting this policy, they will be advanced. They will get paid 2,500. That is the first commission. It doesn't matter if they are paying monthly. Okay, here we excluding family members. Okay, family members has another exception when the policy is getting paid monthly. let's say a relative member, you as agent to get paid monthly commission. When they are paying annual, you get paid full annual. But even if we are talking about full advancement for policy that is getting paid full advancement, by default, you're gonna get paid $2,500. So initially, how much were you supposed to be paid? So if we look at this, let's say you are using FNG as an example where the client is paying 1,000. Initially, you were going to get paid what? 7,560. Okay? This is your commission, 7,560. This is your commission. But they will advance you this money. What is the difference? Can you do the math for me?
5,100.
Huh? 5,060?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will be, the difference will be $5,060. Okay. So this $5,006, it doesn't mean like you won't get it. You will get it, but it's going to come in the next 12 installments. Okay, so you're going to get paid. So if you do the math, you will have to get every month when you are not putting a policies or whatever. This is a good thing, to be honest. I'm going to explain everything. So now divided by 12, this is your money. You're going to get paid for, this. You're going to get paid. Now, the rest of the money is going to come. What was that? 421.
21.
So this is going to come in the next 12 installments. Okay. In the next 12 installments. Okay. So means that every month you're getting that. Okay. The rest is going to come every month until this is over. Okay. However, this is what I'm saying. This is the rule of thumb, right? This is how it should be. You get paid this immediately, gets deposited on your bank account. So if it was now, I'm not going to do this math for everything. For senior financial associate, you'll be advanced how much? 5,000. Okay. On that same policy, you will be advanced 5,000. Okay. If you are SM, how much? Can you mute yourself? Oh, thank you. You'll be paid 7,500. It's still the same policy, right? So if it was so means that what these numbers coming from? So these are advancement. So means like if we look at this, normally a senior financial associate was going to get paid how much? 9,180. But because of the advancement limit, whatever we call it, you're getting paid 5,000. The rest, same thing. It comes in the next 12 installment. Okay. Now, as a senior manager, you were supposed to get what? 10,000. Guys, can you unmute yourself and talk to me? You were going to get paid what? 10,000? 10,800, right? Now you're getting paid what? 7,000 immediately. The rest comes in 12 installments. If you are AD, how much is that?
10,000.
So you may say, oh, EDs, you guys, okay, hurry up. We have to get to the ED, right? So even though I'm supposed to get paid 12,400, I will also be paid 10,000, and the rest 2,000 whatever will come what? 2,420 will come also in the next
12 months.
420.
Or 20, right? It will come in 12 installments. But when you are ACD, you know what? I'm not satisfied myself. Know what?
No cap, no limit.
Okay? So you are here, you get everything, regardless. Okay? And above. Okay? Same thing, all the way. So what does this mean? This is default. Okay? This is default payment. However, Xperia they live with integrity, guys. They live with integrity. They know for sure that there will be this agent who cannot wait for 12 months. He did their job. They did their work. They talked to the client and they need this money. They need what? They're 7,560. Okay. They will need to talk to their director, ED, and then ED will come here into the portal. Let's say ED Gigi, ED Patricia, ED me. Okay. We come here, we're going to request. This is an option that they made sure that we can go ahead and do it. We can do it this way. We can go ahead and request to commission, put that agent who is, let's say, Apostle Thomas. Sorry, I'm going to use you. Okay. Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a good reference.
Another agent, right? I put there. And then, oh, sorry. I put your name there and your last name and the client name, okay, the policy, if I'm your ED, and then I submit to, and then say, please pay full commission to the agent, Thomas, right? And then I will sign off. I will have to say, or Gigi will have to say in this case, dear team, please pay this agent full commission as the client is paying annual premium or as the client who is committed to this policy, no cancellation will happen. As a first director, I'm signing off on this. And then submit. Guess what? Xperia will go ahead and release full commission as it is with no limit. Okay? Means that there will be no installment. You'll get your full commission here. Okay? That means, so I want to say that don't panic, don't think it's a bad thing. This is how it is. It's just to make sure that what if this client, you just get paid, you have two policies like this. Now you got paid 15,000, right? And then out of nowhere, those clients change their mind. You know how clients change their mind? And they go ahead and cancel those policies. Guess what? You have a back of 15,000 that you have to pay within the first year. So as a junior agent, guys, you just come in the industry. You want to just you want to learn everything. Now, if you get hit by a chargeback, you're going to be discouraged. You don't even want to do this business anymore, right? That's why as you go, it's like as your skin gets tough. That's how it is in the business. They release, they give you more and more and more and more. Once you are here, big dog. So no limit anymore. So this is to protect agent and to protect the upliners who receive overrides on this. But however, if you were to take this monthly, let me tell you, this is a good deal. Because when you are not putting in a policy, guess what? You're getting paid. And if you had 6-10 policies that were like this, now you're having this times 10 or times what? You're getting paid 4,000 every month. That is consistent. But if you receive that once, that money is gone for the second, first, third month, right? So they thought about this, and to be honest, these guys are even genius. So yes, go ahead, my client, my agent.
Yeah, am I there?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to find out details. Thanks for this information. I think it's fair enough, right? The issue of the payment by installment. Everybody will love the money at once, but under the circumstances, it makes all the sense, right? I'm just interested in knowing, is this standard procedure irrespective of the size of the policy, or this applies given the size of certain policy? For example, if somebody's policy was $200 per month, does this installment procedure applies? or it applies to a huge policy?
Great question. So there is a reason why I chose this policy of 1,000 because it falls into all categories. Okay. But any policy that is less, let's say you just say $200 a month. Okay. $200 a month, the senior financial associate gets paid 1,500. That is below the limit. So they get full amount.
Okay.
So this is only with the policy that will pay. Let's say like this one, where the client pays $400 a month, right? So the commission for financial associate is what?
$3,200.
3,200 is bigger than this. They will get 2,500, the rest will come in 12 months. But how about SFA? If it was SFA doing this policy, how much SFA is approved up to?
$3,672.
How much is their limit?
5,000.
But the commission is 3,000. They get the whole thing immediately. This rule doesn't apply. It only applies when your commission is bigger than the limit.
Okay, got you.
And for SM also still applies, right? So, but now if SM put in a policy where the client is paying $700 a month, now guess what? The SM commission should receive 7,000 what? 560. Guess what? They will give him 7,500. The 60 will come into 12 months, every month.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's the system. It's already, it's already planned. It's not even someone who do it manually. What they do manually is to override the system and send the full commission when it's requested. That's what the commission team does manually. But this is already automatic. The system knows your level. You even sometimes, let me not forget. Sometimes you get promoted. You put in a big policy like this.
You're muted.
You are a financial associate. Then you get promoted right away because now you meet the requirements to be promoted to senior financial associate. So now you think, since I'm a senior financial associate, now I'll be paid 5,000 or more, right? But since this policy you submitted when you were still FA, this rule still applies because the NBT was submitted when you were as FA. So you were still on 2,500. Again, if there was no request on your behalf, don't be mad because we cannot reverse it. It's already done. Don't be mad. You're going to receive your money as it comes. Okay? Yeah.
Let me also add that please, when you submit now that we know, when you submit a policy and you know that you're gonna need all your money, please send a text message or communicate with your ED and make sure that you remind them, please, can you submit a ticket so I can get all my money? Because you don't want the ED to forget or not to even see that you submitted a huge policy and then you end up getting that small amount. So communication is very, very important when it comes to issues of money. Thank you.
Marcy.
Hey, so sorry, I'm not on camera, guys. The issue with asking your ED to requesting your ED to request the insurance company, Experian, to pay you the full commission. Does this apply only to F&G? Because last week, Dios, I had a situation. I have two policies with Pacific. One annual is 10,300 and something. And Patricia, I know she had written to the commission department that she takes full responsibility and they should pay me a full commission. I know with Pacific, I'm pretty much very discouraged. I ever want to write policies with them because for them, the company factor is 60%. So Patricia wrote the email to whoever the guy was in charge of commissions, and actually literally sent an email to me showing me that they had communicated, and I was paid monthly. I put in a ticket, and I did not hear from them. Nobody was picking up calls until I sent an email to that lady. Is it Kathleen or whatever? Then she said no, because the mode of payment was monthly. So we'll be paying you monthly. So even Patricia's email did not do anything. So I'll be paid monthly. It was frustrating, but I quickly dealt with the whole issue. I said it is what it is. So unfortunately, I have another policy in Pacific that has already gone through, and I'm not going to allow my client to go through me withdrawing and putting it back in F&G because I just want to get paid 90%. For me, I'm looking at what my clients got
Need.
these policies. So I'm looking at what has worked better for them than how much money I'll be paid. So I just need clarification on that, because I don't think that issue of the ED writing to commissions worked for me. It didn't.
Okay. That is a understandable concern. I want to say, let me tell you, even though, yes, what we are saying here, that's why Gigi is probably saying, because most people write with FNG or with other carriers, but I'm going to say, even though EDs, they are what we can control and what we can't, right? This is a rule of thumb. When it comes to those cases, there are two factors you just mentioned. A carrier first, a carrier has their own payment plan with Expedia. One of those payment plan, there is a compound factor. That is a law. So that's why most of the time when I'm telling you guys to go and look, it is one thing that for me it matters to know the compensation and all that. Of course, we will be training with everything. We haven't covered everything that we have here in the back end. That's when I go to commission here and I go to all carriers, you will have to understand that when we are creating this, most of the time, this Excel, when we are showing the Excel, we don't even mention all other carriers' advancement. It could be 84, it could be 79, it could be even 38, it could even be 15, right? So that's where sometimes we say mission over commission, right? That's what you just say. You are here on behalf of the client to make sure. But when it comes to payment, to be honest, Pacific Life, that is one of the companies, they have their own payment structure. They don't even send check. They don't even pay direct to Expedia. They send a check to mail, like in the mail. That's their organic, traditional way. They do money order and mail to Expedia. That's why even commission takes longer. And how are you going to know it? Unless you experience this or we mention about it. So I'm sorry that you had to experience the hard way, but when it comes to sometimes how commissions also the companies paying Expedia, they are something that we cannot control. So I'm sorry that it happened that way, but I'm going to say overall reason why even in the first place you go to Expedia, to Pacific for IUL is because their underwriting guidelines is more flexible to issue policies even for the clients with the pre-existing condition. That is the reason why, right? It's not like the IUL is best on the market. It's because yes, it is good, have a good IUL, but also the underwriting guidelines is more favorable. So that's what I would say. I would comment. Patricia did what she's supposed to do. You did what you're supposed to do. The rest was in a mystery. But we cannot take the case and make it as general because that is actually an exception.
Yeah, but for Pacific, agents here need to know.
That's right.
Reason, like you said, it's in white and black. They are flexible with pre-existing issues and all that. That's the reason why we are using them. F and G, they are not flexible. For them, it's a gray area. it's most likely they will deny. So it's an experience that I had, and for any agent that will use specific, I want you to know that that's what their rules are. You're gonna get 60% company factor, and you'll be paid based on the mode of payment that the client uses. If they pay annual at the time, you'll be paid commission based on annual. So those are things that we need to know. And I'm not blaming anybody. I know Patricia did what she needed to do. She was on them. She was calling also and sending messages just like me. But it was a learning phase for us to know that this is what would happen for Pacific. I mean, with Pacific, if you write a policy with Pacific. It
Yeah.
is what it is. For me, I'm happy that my clients are happy. Bottom line, that's what is important. It's not so much about getting the money at once. I would have loved to, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ooh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Mission is a tough tough topic. We gotta have to go over time for some reason.
Yes. Idios, thank you very much for this. I know, although like the last speaker said, it is good for anybody who want to get their money one time, you know, but making it installment is also good. But the only thing I will add is that this very part of it has to be made known to people who are coming in. And because we're expected to recruit people, and some of them, we are taking them from, from the other side, and they may not know this part of it. They have to be told from the beginning, said, look, this is how it works, so that they would know whether it's something that they can take or not. Some of them may be dealing with, we know that the other side is really prompt, you put in there, they give you advance and they pay you the balance as soon as you get the delivery receipt. But here is a different thing. So people have to be told. I don't have problems with, if I put in 10 policies and you are paying me supplementally, that means I will have 10 payments in a month, which is still okay. But we have to make it clear to people who are coming in so that they won't be disappointed.
Absolutely. I agree. Let me tell you, there is one thing also almost turned me away or off or down when I was about to join Xperia as well. When someone mentioned that, and then I start comparing, I was getting my full commission, all that, until I really understood the scenario behind. But yes, you are right. It has to be taught. It has to be addressed.
Yes.
That's why probably I'm gonna say maybe we should include this commission like at least every week in every training. People understand. Not only that is about commission, is about how we get paid, even to understand the chart. Because some of you don't know the renewals. You don't know how much you get paid when the policy hits annual, right? You have to learn about this chart, and we know the residual income, how much, so you don't get surprised if one company is paying 7% or 10% as a renewal.
Yes.
And the other one is paying 1%. And then you hear, oh, maybe I should have done this, or maybe why did you get paid more? So you have to understand these things as well. But the best thing, let me tell you guys, Xperia, that's why they put everything in the back office for us to discover and for us to know. But of course, we are trying our best as trainers to discover everything here, because even Xperia themselves, there is no way they can put everything they have here on the dashboard for everybody to see. Beside in the trainings, even in the bonuses, you guys have to know the bonuses, what you need to go to the next level, and then how annuity is paying. Some of you don't know even how an annuity pays the commission for an annuity. So I believe from now on, maybe let's include the commission and everything related to money in the weekly training. Because really good point, either on recruiting, attracting agents. So because we cannot say that we get paid 115, 100%, but when you look what comes into your bank account, it's 2,500. It's gonna be like, what is this? Why nobody told me this? And to be honest, no one is to be blamed. Sometimes it's a lot of going on, and they
Yes.
have a chance to tell you about it, right? Yeah. But the good thing, reason why I even continued the journey is because I found that there is an option to request the full amount. That's why even someone when they express, oh, that is a turn off. I enjoying this business. No, 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 no. If you want your full commission, we give you a full commission. We're just telling you that we're trying to avoid a huge chargeback
Yes.
on you and our leaders. Do you know how many times maybe but they say big responsibility, big rewards comes with big responsibilities. I don't know how to
Yes.
say it, but as we get overrides, as I get overrides, I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm an honest man when it comes to this. I get overrides for each and every one of you, but also I get chargeback of each and every one of you
When there is a chargeback.
when there's a chargeback. And guess what? In a month, there are more chargebacks than you may think, And guess what? I can't complain. It comes with what? With the responsibility. So but I can't complain about it because when the overrides comes in, they comes in. When the chargeback comes in, so be it. But we're trying to know. For me, I'd rather get a chargeback of 1,000 than getting 7,000. You know what? Because when I put in my own policy, it doesn't hit my account. It just go to pay the chargebacks that I have no idea what happened to the client. So that's why it is good. Okay, Lois, go ahead. Sorry.
Man, you guys are talking. My hand keeps dropping off. I'm like, what? I gotta ask this. Listen, so at what point do we put that ticket? When is it too late to put the ticket? When is it appropriate to put the ticket? Because I know there's time limits in there.
Yes. So the best time to put in a ticket is when you submit an NBT. Right after you submit, way before even the policy gets approved, then the tickets be on their side. Okay, because when it's approved, maybe the client chose option one to draft the money right away. So as Xperia and these companies, some of the companies, let me exclude Pacific now, because so some of the companies are like this. The system are linked. The moment they draft the client's money, Xperia release commission right away before even a day. So you cannot overturn that. Means that if you submit a ticket, once the commission has been released, it doesn't matter. They cannot exchange it. The only time that I saw that they override is if it's their fault. Because there was a time they pay monthly commission to an agent because the client has the last name as the agent, but they are not related. But they assume is a brother or sister or mother or whatever, because they have same last name. They start paying monthly. We were like, hold on a second. Why? And then come to find out they made a mistake on their behalf. They even admitted, and they went ahead and reversed and raised the full commission instead of paying monthly. So that's when I saw that they can reverse that. But when it comes to these tickets, they have to be submitted right after you submit NBT, not when there is after if the commission has already posted in your dashboard, no ticket will do anything. I've done that when the client was like, the agent, I need my money. And then I'll say, should I give you some of mine? Because I have nothing I can do.
Please do.
Huh? What do you say? No.
Please do.
Oh my goodness. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I had one question, Dios. So if you have put in a policy, right, and at the time of that illustration, you put in the NBT, and after it goes through the process of underwriting, you realize that the premium goes up, right? And you have to go back again. Do you go back in and put another, because the illustration will change? Yeah, and do you go back again in NBT and now put in the new illustration with the change? Because the premium goes up.
You mean to update the illustration?
Because
revised
after
illustration,
you've
okay.
done the first illustration, right?
Mhm.
Like in Pacific, I'm giving an example. And then after underwriting, you realize that the premium has gone up.
Uh-huh.
So now, what you put in as NBT at the time of the submission has changed. So meaning the illustration will change because the premium has gone up now after underwriting. So now your annual will go up than what you put in previously in NBT. So do you go back in NBT when you have one that you've put in already? It's the same policy number, but the amounts have changed after underwriting. So do you go back in and put a new NBT? It will be the same policy, but the annual has changed. It's gone up this time.
Yeah, you can go into NBT and update.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would happen basically, let me see if there's a way I can show it to you without. Okay. All right. I'm going to share the screen.
Excuse me, Diaz. It's 10:15. It doesn't matter that we are.
No, it matters. It matters. Let's this is the last question.
Okay.
Okay. So in the NBT, okay, you can go to the NBT and click on these three dots right here. You will see upload delivery requirements or documents. You click on this. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to stop recording or pause recording for a second before sorry guys.
That's very insightful.
All right, so we continue this on another day, this commission thing, okay, guys? I promise. Back to you, Norka. Sorry,
Yeah.
took over, but sorry. And Gigi, oh.
No, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead, Noka.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for your active participation tonight. So we have covered some critical information that Gigi and Dios shared tonight with us. So as a reminder, tonight we have dedicated our time of the training session for compliance. I think that probably in the future we can receive another training more specific where the best practices of this topic. So I appreciate Gigi for stepping in and offering valuable insight for your recent participation in this bootcamp, which will surely help us to navigate it in these crucial topics. So, for me, was very helpful and very important. So thank you again very much for your attention. So we are looking forward for our next training session that is going to be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and 10 Central Time. That's correct?
Yes.
So, all right. But thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate that. So God bless you.
Thank you.
And have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night. Thank you.
Night to everyone.
Bye.